Telling you, Bill, with electrification coming along, there's going to be a revolution in the American kitchen. I mean, our company's got designs for an electric toast making machine. And I hear stories of a stove that heats up all by itself, just flip of a switch. What do you think of that? Yes, sirree, the future of houseware sales is unlimited. I feel dang lucky to be part of it.
That sounds mighty fine, Mr. Sims.
Now, you're darn tootin' it's fine.
Of course, to a man my age, the future don't mean too much unless you're maybe thinking about next week.
Just hang on a minute there, Bill. I want to show you something. Sure I got one. Now, what do you think of that? Now, see, this would hook on to the side of the board or on top of the table or something, but I haven't got that. Just see that apple. Now watch this. See, just put it on there.
That's really something.
Isn't that something? Look at that. Yeah. What do you think of that?
Fine piece of workmanship.
I'll tell you, Bill, this is the type of thing of the future, this idea and these kind of products that are just going to make your head spin. Why don't you try one?
Oh, I'd hate to break it.
Oh, can't break this. It's made to last a lifetime. That's it. You a seafaring man, Bill?
Pardon?
Well, I just noticed that tattoo there.
I've never been to sea.
What kind of work do you do, Bill?
Well, I'm between jobs right now.
No kidding. Well, what kind of work did you do?
I rob stagecoaches. Hello, Jenny. brought you this little gizmo from San Francisco. I guess I have aged some. This little machine peels apples real good.
Come on, let's go meet Tom.
What can you do?
I'll find work.
I hear they're hiring over at the oyster beds.
It'll be easier than where I've been.
I know about where you've been. What you done to get there? I frankly don't have much use for your kind.
Well, I hope I have a chance to soften your opinion on that.
What I think about you is neither here nor there. You're Jenny's brother. You can stay if that's what she wants.
This This isn't what I had in mind, sir. I'd prefer something with a little more heft to it. May I look at that one?
The Colt?
Hey, Miner. You're Bill Miner, right?
Have we met, sir?
I'm Danny Young. I was in San Quentin about 4 years back. You remember when you got knifed by Billy Hicks? You do remember that, right?
I don't remember you.
I thought that you died.
Well, I haven't.
You're in luck, Bill. I'm putting together a gang.
Like Jesse James?
I figure we'd do some hold-ups. That's your line, right?
No, I just robbed stagecoaches.
You try to find one nowadays? Besides, stagecoaches, banks, stores, it's all the same.
No, it's not the same. A professional always specializes.
Well, yours is gone, just like a buffalo. Maybe I can teach you something new.
How do you plan to rob these banks?
It's simple. All I need is 4 or 5 guys with guns and guts.
Well, that sounds simple enough.
Right. So you want to throw in with me, right?
No thanks.
Why not?
I don't work for anybody.
You're getting a little old to be choosy, ain't you?
Well, that's exactly why I have to be. I've got to go, sir.
Oh, hey, mine. Look, why don't you lend me a couple of dollars, huh? I know you got at least $20, $30 in your release envelope.
A professional never begs.
I ain't begging you, Grandpa. You give me the money.
Well, maybe I do have something for you. You're not worth killing, but if you come at me again, I'll put a window through your head, so help me. I apologize for this disturbance, gentlemen. I'm no oyster picker.
But I thought things were going so well. You have work and a place with us. What will you do?
Oh, I'll head down Portland way and maybe do some prospecting.
The gold rush is over, Bill.
Seems like I missed out on all the good opportunities.
Please stay.
Since my release from prison, I've realized something about myself. I've got to act on it. I'm just no good at work that's planned by other heads, and I've got ambitions in me that just won't quit. Keep the engine crew ahead of you. Check him out. Damn it. Let's get out of here.
Give us his name, son.
Minor.
Get this lad some water.
Morning. Hello. Is this the road to Olympia?
10 more miles will get you there. Chew tobacco?
Thank you, sir.
Looks like you've been walking some. Not the best for a man your age.
I haven't got any choice. I've got a brother dying there.
Couldn't walk a mile on this leg of mine. Morning, Mr. Lawton. Guess you're wanting your mail?
get drunk?
Bitches. They deducted me for bed and board. They even took out for apron and gloves.
Hey, the railroad will shave you 6 ways for Sunday, George. What do they call this factory? They have railroad owns everything, both sides of the track. Looks like rain.
Have you ever been to Montreal?
Me?
Well, listen. You know, a man can afford those luxuries if he's willing to take a few chances.
Well, sure. Yep.
First thing we got to do is we got to get you a good horse.
A horse? I never had a horse. I don't know how to ride a horse.
You'll learn.
Don't worry. It'll ride.
Wait for my signal, then pull ahead. Hurry up, son. Bust her loose. You tell him to open that door and throw out any weapons.
Over up, Herb.
Is that you, Nat?
Yep.
What's going on?
I think we're being robbed.
You're being robbed. Now open the damn door, we'll blow it off with dynamite.
Do they have dynamite, Nat?
Most certainly do, Herb.
I want the registered pouch. Now. Back up. Way back. Good night. You be careful backing up.
There must be more than $1,000 real money right here.
Gold dust. Must be worth 5,000-10,000.
Yeah. We can buy our own railroad.
Well, for the time being, we're not going to buy anything.
What do you mean?
Well, we just draw attention to ourselves. We'll take some of the cash and hide the rest of it. Settle down, Shorty. It'll be midday before they can get men or horses to the crossing, and they won't know which way we went.
What do we do with this stuff?
We'll bury it.
Morning, sir. Can I help you?
Does Mr. Jack Budd manage this hotel, son?
Yes, sir. Shall I get him for you?
I'd be grateful. Would you tell him George Edwards is here?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Jack.
Ah, yes. George Edwards. It's been a long time, but I've been expecting you. Let's have some coffee.
Do they know it was me?
Yeah. Pinkerton guys identified you to the CPR. Seems they're still chasing you for that messy business down in Oregon.
My men failed to use the engine crew for shields. It was bad.
You didn't make the same mistake in Silverdale?
No, we used the Chapman method there. That's the only reliable way.
They say you got away with 7,000 in gold dust.
A fraction of that. They all stretch the truth, Jack. Shorty and I need a place to lie low for a while.
Oh, what's in it for me, Bill?
I'm sure you'll think of something.
You bet I will. The law thinks you've gone south back into Washington. I'll have to invent a cover story to explain you and your partner.
I appreciate this, Jack.
I see you're still working with idiots.
Don't mark Shorty down. He's got plenty of spunk.
Good. I've got work for both of you.
You own this?
Yeah? Won the card game a couple of months back. The assay office says there's gold traces.
Yeah.
Louis!
I don't know a thing about mining, Jack.
Oh, you do now. You're telling the story around town that you're a couple of mining engineers up from Idaho.
So we have to work our butts off in your mine, huh?
Well, would you rather be known as a couple of train robbers? I brought you some company, Louis. This is George Edwards, and that's Shorty Dunn. Louis Calhoun, boys.
That man works in your mine?
Yeah. In return for room and board at the hotel, same as you.
I know that call, Jack. He's got the consumption.
Yeah, well, he used to be a school teacher in the East. Came out here for his health. He's a good worker.
Well, the dampness will kill him.
That's a tough old world. So, you better get to work, Mr. Edwards.
You like oranges, son?
I must insist that you publish it. Your letters to the editor's section is supposed to be a forum for public opinion. I am a member of that public.
Miss Flynn, as I have told you already, I reserve the right to publish such letters that I deem to be of interest to our readership. Now, your letter is of no interest to people around here.
Mr. Wilkes, I refuse to allow your editorial to stand against the National Women's Trade Union League to go unopposed. It's absolutely imperative that your readership be informed that women working in factories in this very province are being paid 1/3 the wages being paid to men for the very same jobs. Your editorial failed to mention that.
People around here don't seem to share your passion for trade unions.
Mr. Wilkes, Kamloops is not the planet Mars. No, we have a transcontinental railway on the edge of town, and it brings ideas here, Mr. Wilkes, not just goods and supplies. It is the purpose of your newspaper to lead public opinion, not simply to curry its favor.
I will not be told my purpose in life by somebody who obviously does not understand her own.
Mr. Wilkes, you have the mentality of a grocery clerk. Thank you.
I'd like to purchase some back copies from your newspaper.
Certainly, sir. Nothing wrong with her. A husband wouldn't fix.
Law enforcement agencies in British Columbia and the states of Washington and Oregon confirmed that the search for William Miner and his accomplice is concentrated on the Whatcom County, Washington area, where Miner is known to have resided following his release from San Quentin.
They figures that Bill Miner's just us.
I don't believe Miner could have planned it any better than I did.
Well, don't get me wrong, George. He did great for nobody.
There's more here, Shorty. The identity of Miner's accomplice remains unknown. The train crew described this man as short, dirty, nervous, and unintelligent.
Hell, I've never been nervous in my life.
Hello there.
It's the provincials.
Relax. We aren't breaking any laws.
Hello there.
You must be the man working for Jack Budd.
Yes, we are. This is Shorty Dunn, and I'm George Edwards.
Guess I gave you a bit of a start back there.
I guess you're our local law enforcement officer.
That's correct. I'm Corporal Fern.
Mm-hmm.
You having any luck with this old mine?
Oh, a few traces of zinc and lead so far.
Yeah, I told Jack Budd this ridge runs the wrong direction for gold veins. But I guess there's no reasoning with a man and his hunches.
Well, that's about right. Although they've been having some success with the same type of ridge formation down Idaho way.
Yeah, Jack told me you were up from Idaho. Where exactly?
Kellogg.
Well, I was just passing by and I thought I should meet you. You'll be careful with those explosives, I hope.
Oh, yes, sir. Caution makes for a longer life.
That it does. Well, good day, gentlemen.
Good day.
You two in some kind of trouble with the law?
Nope. Shorty just don't like policemen. That's all.
I know a man down Cache Creek will pay a nice price for good horses.
Well, rustling isn't my line.
I'm sure you'll enjoy it a lot more than working in that mine, Bill.
Are you gonna help us steal them? I didn't think so. You're real good at figuring out the angles, but you don't have much stomach for the risky parts, do you?
Well, that's how come I spend more time outside of prison than in it.
Three-way split. You, me, and Shorty.
50-50.
3 ways. Take her or leave her.
All right, it's a deal. When will you do it?
Well, I'll have to have a little time to plan it out. I'll see you.
I admired the way you handled that publisher, Miss Flynn.
A lot of good it did me, Mr. Edwards. In this country, you're not taken seriously unless you're Caucasian, Protestant, and most of all, male.
Well, sometimes even that ain't enough.
You have a point there, Mr. Edwards. So you left Kentucky when you were 20. Why?
Well, it was kind of dull on the farm, and I wanted adventure.
I'll bet you found it.
Yes, I did. I was with the U.S. Cavalry in the Arizona Indian Wars.
On the side of the oppressors, Mr. Edwards.
Well, I didn't see it quite like that at the time, but of course I was very young and not near as wise as you.
So then you went into the mining business, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Odd. You don't seem like a man who spent his life underground.
Thank you.
Of course, my parents were mortified when no one asked to marry me. But I, on the contrary, was ecstatic at such good fortune.
Ecstatic?
Of course. I never wanted to be like everybody else.
Well, you're certainly not.
Thank you. Tomato, Mr. Edwards. I never concurred with the idea that they're poisonous. I found my passion in the art of photography. And much to my father's dismay, elected to make my own way in this world. So 5 years ago, I boarded a train and came west.
Well, there isn't much out here to take pictures of.
You're quite wrong, Mr. Edwards. This is a country in transition, filled with beauty and despair. You yourself might be shocked at some of the injustices I've recorded with my camera.
Well, perhaps someday you'll be kind enough to let me see your pictures.
Your face has fascinating planes, Mr. Edwards. You'd photograph well.
Well, I'm kind of superstitious about getting my picture taken.
A man who likes opera.
I'm much less worldly than you think.
Are you indeed?
Do you remember sweet Betsy from Pike? Crossed the big mountain with her lover Ike. 2 yoke of oxen, a big yellow dog, a tall Shanghai rooster, and 1 spotted hog. Sing found a doodle-I-doo, lang found a day. They reached the big desert and Betsy give out. Down on the sand lay rolling about. Ike in great terror looked on in surprise, saying, Betsy, get up, you'll get sand in your eyes. Long Ike and sweet Betsy attended a dance. Ike wore a pair of his Pike pants. That's nice. Sweet Betsy was dressed up in ribbons and rings. Oh, Ike, you're an angel, but where are your wings? Hoodle-dang-fi-di-do-doodle-dang-fi-day. A miner come up, said, will you dance with me? I will, you old horse, if you don't make it free. And I'll tell you the reason, you want to know why. Doggone you, I'm chock full of strong alkali. Farewell to Pike County, farewell for a while. We'll come back again when we panned out our pie. Where did you get this scar? I got knifed in a saloon.
Why?
The men I worked with didn't really need a reason.
Now, where did you get this ballerina?
Denver.
This...
San Francisco. It flies.
I apologize for asking you to do this, Miss Flynn, particularly on Christmas morning, but I'm afraid it's necessary.
Are they all dead, Corp?
They're dead all right. Except for the husband, of course. He took off somewhere after he did it. They hate the cold weather. Every year, one or two will suicide. This is the first murder I've seen here. He used a knife. He must have taken it with him. I don't see it anywhere, do you?
It's a sad sight, Corporal.
Damn Chinamen, you can never understand what's going on in their heads.
Well, I wouldn't be too harsh on them. You know, they're a world away from home.
Looks like he's slowing down. Must have cut his throat back there.
Then he run till he hit the fence.
At least he saved us the bother of a trial. Afternoon, George.
Good afternoon.
Now?
Congratulations on your promotion.
Thank you.
That's really quite an accomplishment for a man as young as you.
Thank you, George.
And now. There.
Yes, the detachment is being enlarged. I'll have 2 men under me.
I'm sure you'll measure up to your responsibility, Sergeant.
It's a fascinating process.
Yes, it is.
train coming! Work train. That's the reason she was running so close behind the other.
Tell you one thing, robbing trains a hell of a lot easier than rustling horses. Why don't we get back to that?
In the spring.
You gotta work for Bud all winter?
Well, it's safe here in Kamloops. Besides, I'm getting to where I kind of like this place.
We're slaving away in that mine and rustling these horses. We got all we need buried under a rock down a mission.
Well, we got to think about the future, Shorty. Let's get these horses.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. If mine were in this area, I'd know about it.
Not necessarily. He's clever at false identities. And this region is filled with people who like to think of him as some sort of hero.
My opinion stands, sir.
Indeed. I take it then you are experienced in dealing with major criminals.
No, I am not. But this is my jurisdiction, Mr. Seavey, and I'm not obliged to take your word for anything here.
I don't mean to condescend, Sergeant, but I have pursued this particular criminal for some time now, and I know how cunning and dangerous he can be.
Dangerous? That's not what I've heard.
Now you're beginning to sound like one of his admirers.
Not at all. But I have more important things to do than cater to the whims of an American detective agency.
Your superintendent in New Westminster does not agree with you.
Why didn't you simply show me that in the beginning?
Cooperation is preferable to coercion, Sergeant.
What would you like me to do?
This is an accurate description of Miner, provided by San Quentin.
Very well, I will circulate it.
No, Sergeant. We don't want to set him running again. I simply want you to keep an eye out for anyone who matches that description And notify New Westminster if you should spot him. What is it, Sergeant?
Nothing. He could be any number of older men around here then.
I'll wager you he is the only one with a bluebird tattooed right here.
Well, I don't recall seeing such a mark on anyone, but I will keep my eyes open for you.
Not for me, Sergeant. For us. We are on the same side, are we not?
Move a little this way so I can see the stripes. A little more. No. Ah. There. There, that's perfect.
I apologize for the rush, Miss Flynn. But I'd like to get it off to my parents.
Of course, I understand. Not every day you become a sergeant.
If I catch Bill Miner, I'll probably be kicked up to inspector before that photograph is ready.
Are you quite comfortable, Sergeant?
I beg your pardon?
Smile. I'll have a print for you the day after tomorrow. How's that?
It's fine. The Pinkertons are certain that he's hiding out in this area. Maybe even right here in Kamloops.
Well, I certainly hope you catch him, Sergeant. Oh, please don't move. Not an inch.
Sorry, Miss Flynn. Do you really hope I catch him?
For your sake, I most certainly do.
Well, a lot of people like him. It's because he only steals from the railway.
There. I'm just about ready.
In a way, I hope I don't have to arrest him. Might make me unpopular around here with some people.
Hold still. Give me a big smile.
Well, he shouldn't be difficult to recognize. Not with that ballet girl tattooed on his arm.
Not another word, Sergeant.
So he checked out of the hotel and left town, huh?
Yeah. He drove off just after meeting with Fernie.
Well, we can quit worrying now.
You must be getting soft in the head, Bill. That Pinkerton man wouldn't be sniffing around Kamloops unless he has your scent.
Well, that's a hasty conclusion.
The hell it is. It's time you moved on.
I never knew you were concerned about my safety.
I'm just trying to protect my own situation.
Well, I can assure you, I won't do anything to harm that. Kate, can I talk to you? In 2 or 3 days, I'm gonna be leaving Kamloops for good. When we made our plans, there was something I left out. I never intended to tell you. I'm not the man you think I am.
Have you lied about your feelings for me, too?
Oh, no. You mean more to me than anything, and you've got to believe that.
Are you quite sure?
No matter what else you think about me.
I've been thinking about it all afternoon. I've decided I'm quite sure to. So the rest of it's of little importance.
Then you know. How, Kate?
Fernie, I imagine he was giving you a chance to leave before he was forced to arrest you. I went to the station, and I reserved 2 tickets on the eastbound Limited. We disembark in Winnipeg, and then we make our connections to Chicago or New York, if you prefer.
I can't go with you. Not now. It would just make it easy for the police to find me. Kate, listen. I want you on that train. You go to Chicago.
Why?
I'll go someplace. I'll throw them off my trail. And when it's safe, I'll join you.
You will come.
You bet I will. You do believe me?
I believe in you.
I was looking for you a little while ago.
Me and Louie just sharing a bottle at the stable. What's all this here? And what's the point, George? I ain't never going to use it no more.
No?
See, to me, all you wanted is cozy up to that picture-taking lady.
Since when did you become an expert on the affairs of heart, Shorty?
Fact is, I'd say she just about made a gelding out of you.
You moronic little son of a bitch! I told you I'd tell you when the time was right. And now the time's right.
Train?
Power 10.
What if it don't stop?
It'll stop. They have to take on water for the upgrade.
I'll go down to the 118 mile post now.
Before you go, there's something I have to tell both of you. It isn't safe for me any longer in Kamloops. I'm not going back. And I advise that you don't go back either.
You're Bill Miner, aren't you?
I am.
What's up? A hose bus? This is no hose bus. It's a holdup. Put on your guns!
This is the baggage car.
You cut the wrong car.
They don't look the same in the dark.
Do you have any mail?
Some.
I want the box, son.
Oh, what box?
The express box.
It's on the car you left behind.
The Frisco pouch.
It doesn't come this way, sir.
Well, which way does it come?
By the Mission Junction, sir?
Is that registered mail there?
Yes, sir.
Put it on the table. Is that the money package?
I don't know, sir.
Well, what do you know? Now you open. That may come in handy. Let's go. I'm done.
What about this?
We don't need it now.
What is it?
Dynamite.
Hello there.
Howdies.
Good day.
Good day, sir. We didn't hear you when you slipped in on us.
I'm Sergeant Wilson, Northwest Mounted Police. I must ask you to identify yourselves.
You boys are kind of out of your territory, aren't you?
I must ask you to identify yourselves.
I'm George Edwards. That's Shorty Dunn, and this is Lewis Calhoun.
What are you men doing out here?
Prospecting.
Prospecting? Where?
Over there. Just east of Douglas Lake.
Not north?
No, sir. East.
You answer the descriptions of the men we're hunting.
Who might they be?
The train robbers. The ones who robbed the CPR at Duck's Siding.
Do we really look like train robbers?
Those gold pans. They don't look much used to me.
We're not panning, we're surveying and staking. And this is the first we've heard of any train robbery.
Nonetheless, I must take you for the train robbers.
It's all up, boys. We're done!
You do that, and I'll blow your head off.
That was stupid. You could have been shot in the head.
I wish I got a been shot through the head.
George, will you step out, please? My men treating you well?
Just fine. Thank you, Sergeant.
This is Mr. Seavey. He's a Pinkerton agent from Portland.
Hello, Bill. I've been looking forward to meeting you for a long time.
The name's Edwards, sir. George Edwards.
Is it indeed, sir?
Louis Calhoun, William Dunn, and William Minor, also known as George Edwards. You have been tried and found guilty of the crime of armed robbery. And this court sentences you as follows. Louis Calhoun, 15 years. William Dunn, 25 years. And William Minor, also known as George Edwards, you are sentenced to 25 years. This court is now adjourned.